Does she go for history?
Caitlin Clark, a household name who has helped amplify the popularity of women's basketball, and attention on women's basketball is at an all-time high, with the women's NCAA championship game drawing in more viewers than the men's this year.
But at a time when women athletes are shining, fewer young girls are actually playing the sport. Our Marissa Rios spoke with young basketball players and coaches here in Spokane to find out why.
That's right, Derek and Kirsten. This was shocking to me when you think about all the excitement that comes with the Caitlin Clarks and Angel Reeses of the world. It's hard to believe that young girls wouldn't want to play. But if you take a look here, you can see that during the 2017-2018 school year, there were over 412,000 high school girls participating in basketball. Then as we look ahead to the 2022-2023 school year, that number drops to just over 373,000. That's about a 9.5% drop. I spoke to players and coaches in Spokane to find out why this might be.
This year, people crowded around to witness the superstar that is Caitlin Clark. Nearly 19 million people watched as South Carolina competed for its third national title.
Angel Reese.
And the WNBA draft broke records just this week, drawing in over 2 million viewers. But across the country, girls basketball has seen a nearly 10% drop in participation. So why is this rise in popularity not translating to the younger generation wanting to play?
I think that sometimes it can get too competitive for people, or they think, oh, just because I'm not going to make varsity, I shouldn't play, because then it's like, what's the point? But I think it can be fun at all levels.
Here at Spokane Legacy, a local team's travel practice, a gym is filled with girls driving to the basket, shooting, and fighting for the ball. But when they go to tournaments, they sometimes have to play the same team multiple times because there's just not enough girls that are wanting to play.
It's like pulling teeth to try to get the kids to play.
In a city that boasts the name Hooptown, USA, how could this be? Riley Lupfer also played for Legacy as a young girl. She's seen the decline firsthand.
With athletics now, it's kind of like year-round. So like volleyball is year-round. We see basketball being year-round. So I feel like that could have something to do with it, because you're doing one sport 5 days a week. It's hard to be a double athlete.
And some girls say there's one particular sport their friends are playing instead.
I would say volleyball is definitely the biggest competition for basketball, but it's definitely a mental game. It's hard mentally, but you gotta own it.
And the National Federation of State High School Associations participation summary reveals that as well. Unlike basketball, girls' high school volleyball has been steadily increasing in participation over the last several years, seeing more than a 20,000 player increase during the 2022-2023 school year compared to the 2017-2018 school year.
In the past, we've had 5 teams, which is quite a bit for a high school our size, especially when some schools are having trouble fielding 2 teams. But we're down to 3 or 4 teams this year.
And his players who also play club ball are directly affected.
You know, you want to play in the tournaments. That's the whole part of it, to play in the games. And then when there's no tournaments available or teams to even compete against, it makes it really hard.
Even HoopFest has felt the decline in girls wanting to play, so it had to get innovative.
We just started kind of a new basketball league in town called the Hooptown Youth League that saw participation for girls in basketball kind of skyrocket.
The Youth League is a program in the fall where kids can join to play for fun or play to compete. As the girls get older, other organizations have taken a different approach to try to get more girls to play.
When I was growing up, we didn't have all the highlights on Instagram. We didn't have all these crazy fancy things. And so like what we're trying to do is we're trying to go to that target audience and just like have the Instagram hype.
And with those highlights and fans, could rising stars like Caitlin Clark get the girls back on the court?
I think that those role models will help younger girls want to play basketball more and see how fun it is and how, like, just looking up to those girls.
And they're going to need those girls. You know, I was also told in sometimes these AAU tournaments, there's not enough girls teams to even play, that these tournaments just get canceled.
Right, and AAU, Spokane AAU, didn't have 7th and 8th grade girls basketball leagues this year because there weren't enough teams. But I'll be really interested in the coming years to see if those numbers do increase. I think they will.
I honestly got emotional watching your story because I was never encouraged to play basketball because I wasn't tall. You know, and now there are all these girls. Even my daughter watched, you know, when we have all of our Hoop Fest coverage, she was excited to play,
Sure.
you know, as a 3-year-old there when they can get on those little courts. It's a really wonderful time for women's basketball.
I know, it was shocking to see that girls aren't playing right now. I played club ball growing up, and I never could not play in a tournament because there weren't enough girls.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Marissa, great job on the story.
Thank you.